Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Nail tech know how to keep a little secret. I don't wish for my success, I speak it. What up, Dan? Yo, what's up, y'all? This might be a fun stream because this is about the time I used to be streaming. I used to be streaming this late. I don't do it anymore because I usually shut it down for the night at this point. If I'm not reacting to shorts, I'll probably be reacting to shorts around this time. But I wanted to stream just because I just wanted some content or whatever, bro. Like, I've been doing you guys seen the interview with Jimmy Hill earlier today. Shout out to Jimmy Hill, friend of the channel. And then before that, we had Hawks Talk, Birds and Buckets and stuff like that. But I want some content. Let's go back to the roots and stuff like that. So I decided to spark up tonight. Stream, man. 367 days, man. 365. I wanna reflect on 365 first. Man, it was great. I appreciate it. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Salute. It's not easy and everything. He said, I'm talking to my podcast buddies right now. I'll try to make the end of the stream. If I can't, I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, that's cool, Dan. That's cool, Dan. 365 was just, a test. I didn't know if I could do 40 days just first, and to do a whole 365 days is a blessing. Not every day I didn't stream, of course, especially towards the end. It was more like just uploading original content. But I also changed my lifestyle within that whole thing, and it was all connected to the discipline. I know I'm a very extreme person. Like I go one way or the other. So I knew I was like, if I'm super strict, I think the rest of my life is going to follow suit. And it was for 1 year, and I've grown so much, but we have so much far to go. But this is fun. It gives me something to do, everything like that. I rock with it. All right. Now we talk about 365. I'm gonna talk about something else that isn't up on the docket on the list. I want to talk about LSU, man, because I've been one of the biggest Flage defenders all season long, and I made a couple posts about her the other night. And you have to say, call a spade a spade. Flage didn't have her best game today against South Carolina. South Carolina really did their homework, specifically Dawn Staley. She really just drew up a master plan for LSU to slow them down and everything, and to limit Flage, really make her kind of non-existent in a way offensively, and that was just put her in the zone. They turned Flage into a spot-up catch-and-shoot shooter, and they really had an effective defensive game plan on Flage, and it worked to perfection. You saw like Jada Richard in transition getting downhill and the fast break. She was able to make plays for others and score. But when that zone locked down and Jada Richard was dared to shoot, then you see break. You see one-shot possessions. Joyner's getting flustered for the second straight game. She got flustered with Reagan Beers last game. Now she's getting flustered with her own teammate. It was just a lot going on. Mulkey was like, yo, wake up. MK scores. Assistant, I guess, was saying, MK, wake up. Then she pushed the assistant back. It's just, man, LSU just looked a mess on their way out. This is the wrong time of year to have all emotions boil over on the court, because if it's like that on the court, you can imagine how it is behind closed doors or with all the cameras off. It might be even twice as bad. So you got to call a spade a spade. I defended Flage a lot this season, but that wasn't her best performance. And throughout the season, she's had multiple games that weren't her best performance. Unfortunately, at the WNBA draft, when you're being nitpicky with like who goes top, like you probably only afforded really 2 to 3 bad games a season, especially in big games. And she struggled in that second Texas game. She struggled in the Vanderbilt game. She struggled in this game tonight. And, that's 3 big games. And then there was a couple other ones where she had her problems too offensively. You got to call a spade a spade. However, I still think she's the best player on their team, because, you look at Full Wally. Full Wally had a night tonight, but you saw the wildness and the lows and the bricks and then the air balls and then what are you doing with the basketball? Like, what are you doing? You saw that play out also. I think Flage is the most consistent when she's got it going, but she didn't have it going tonight. So tough argument to make, but I stand with that. And then also I want to say to Raven Johnson, I know earlier I was like, I don't know about Raven in the league because Don Staley's guards historically just haven't been it. And I don't know with Raven right now because she has to develop a consistent jumper. That consistent jumper is here, it's been here, but it's one thing to do it one game, it's one thing to do it, one postseason or 1 month. But she's been doing it all season. I think Raven Johnson looks like a pro, bro. Like hands down, she looks like a pro. Crockpot, Hollywood, whatever you want to call her. She's looking like a pro out there. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes top 4 at this point, a lottery. I think she might be a lottery pick. Like, forget first round. First round was kind of solidified already with how she performed. Like, coming back her extra year, because of the medical and she came during COVID and stuff like that. Like, using her extra year, she was supposed to look special and way above all the competition. And she did exactly that. She stepped up to the challenge in the face of scrutiny, in the face of everybody doubting her and really demeaning her value on the court. She showed everybody up, and she's making a loud statement this season, because everybody sees offense. Offense speaks loud. Like, you can do all the small things, the intangibles, the assists, the hockey assists that don't show up on the stat sheet, play the lockdown defense and the great help side defense and cut off passing lanes and plays that could have been. It's great to do that, but it's even better to put the ball in the bucket so everybody can see your direct impact to the game. And that's what Raven Johnson's been doing, man. I'm proud of her. And, I was probably wrong when I said, like, I don't know about her in the W and her draft stock in the W, but I'll admit that. And I will say on the Flau'jae defense and stuff like that, like, Flau'jae, that's still my dog, everything, but she didn't have the best game tonight. Just got to call a spade a spade. So with that being said, let's get into the rest of the stream, man. Let's get into the rest of the stream. Just had to say a few things. Okay, cool. All right, this was Dwight Howard wife video. I usually don't put stuff like this at the top of the show. I usually put it like after I read stories or whatever, but so many people have sent this to me, and yeah, I can only imagine. So here we go.
To know me, I am so prideful and so private. It hurt me so bad to have to even protect myself in this type of way. But my marriage has landed me in a very dangerous position. My stepdaughter was just taken by CPS because of her father. CPS and the police have been here 3 times in less than 3 months, and I stood in it with my husband, even though I was scared for my own self. Whatever he wanted me to say, whatever it was, I'm thinking, this is my husband. I had everybody around me saying, even after I tried to divorce him the first time, everybody around me says, you can't leave your husband this soon. You said through sickness, through health, you said through good or bad. That's why I came back, but this is going way too far. But it's not even about me. It's about the kids. The stuff that I have to go through with the kids, I have to be witnesses to. I'm in the police at the house. They ask me questions. I don't know how do I lie for my husband. I've never been married before. I'm in love with my husband. I don't want him to get in trouble. So, of course, I'll be his alibi. But this is going way too far. And now I'm getting mixed all in this. I've been with this man for 14 months.
14 months.
I cannot ruin my entire life for something that this person is doing. I just cannot do it. I tried to get so much help. I asked for counseling in our marriage. We went through 2 different counselors. When I say I love my husband, I don't want to leave my husband. But the positions he keeps putting me in, and it's all over nothing. I keep telling people he needs some help, y'all. I live with him. This is not him. This is not Dwight. This is trauma. This is everything he's been through, but just not the kids. I have to advocate for the kids. And I can't go down for what he's doing. So they took our daughter. And I'm just sitting there like, do I speak up? Do I be quiet? What do I do? But I caught this man. I caught this man forcing our 12-year-old son to cover for him, his son, to cover for him. He had him lying. I recorded it. He was coaching our son to lie on me, and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help. And ain't nobody would have fucking listened because he got the money. I kept saying, whatever, y'all don't understand. I live with him. He needs some help. And this is it. This is what I'm fucking losing my fucking marriage to. This shit right here. I told everybody, y'all gotta help him. He is spiraling. I'm in here with him. I'm trying to love him through it. I was gonna run out the door. I was gonna leave him. But everybody told me, don't leave him. He's struggling. I stayed, but not this year. We got the police involved. CPS, you're lying on me. You making up alibis. You got our son, my stepson, lying. And thank God I recorded it. And he innocent in this. But you said just to protect yourself, you would take anybody out, including me. And I can't let you do it no more. I don't want to share the dirty secrets. I don't want to go out like how everybody else did this, man. But I got to protect myself now. I'm uncomfortable. Now, I don't know what is going to, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. This man has the money. This man controls it all. And it's not about no money. I've been with this man for 14, 15 months. I never asked him for a dollar, nothing. I'm not on the credit cards. I just love him for him. But this shit is going too fucking far. And I'm so embarrassed. And I gotta even I'm just like, I don't know what to do. When I heard my stepson being coached to lie on me, I gotta protect myself now. And I know it was supposed to be through sickness and health, but this shit is scary. This is why I'm losing my fucking marriage. Because the money, y'all didn't want to help him.
That was a crack rock. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, man. Hey, bro. I think we really just got to pray for Dwight, bro, because Dwight be in some stuff, dog. Dwight been in stuff ever since, you know what I'm saying, that lady outed him for the little, you know what I mean, the little dates that he was doing with the lady boys and stuff like that. Ever since he got outed for that, it seemed like Dwight's private life just went crazy, dog. And like I said, I'll just go like this. I'm gonna just say it like this. Like Dwight, I grew up, in Atlanta. So I grew up going to Dwight Howard basketball camp every summer. Dwight gave us speeches and life advice all throughout my teenage years, in Atlanta. So I've seen the good in Dwight. I've seen the D12 Foundation. I've done stories on it, interviews, everything like that. I've seen the professional Dwight, all that, covering him with the Hawks, covering him coming back with the Charlotte Hornets, everything. So I've seen, like she said, I've seen the good in Dwight Howard. This personal stuff, bro, it's like, it don't be no regular stuff. When Dwight in the headlines for us, it be the most off the wall things, bro. You try going to this camp, you never got accepted. I don't think it was like an acceptance, bro. Like you literally just do it. Like if you in Metro Atlanta, church with the clucky, a clutch with the Chucky. If you in Atlanta, it was just like a thing. It was like a father-son camp. And then they like, you play basketball half the day, and then the other half, they just like give you life advice. Like, y'all boy, don't have sit. Like, you say, yeah, dang, my bad, bro. I ain't mean to be like, oh, I got in, you didn't get in. My fault, bro. I ain't mean to do that. Davis was apparently at that camp, but I don't remember Davis as a kid. But I'm Davis from A&P. He was at that camp. But yeah, like the camp was we do basketball drills and then they sit us down and then they bring in like an old dude or like one of the coaches would be like, y'all boy don't have sit. Like, that's the thing. But anyways, man, like I've seen the good in Dwight and you know, and everything like that. But like all his rumors, bro, be crazy. Like he bring in a lady boy with heels on and the lady boy 6'5" and he come into the bedroom. Or like, you know, like the Taya Cooper thing, she was with them, and then all of a sudden the marriage was over. Like that was just a what the heck? The fact that he had mad kids before he even got married the first time. Like all this stuff was like his stuff just be really, really like off the wall, bro. And this is the craziest one since the first one. Is like he went on a date with lady boys. They're 6'5" and come in the room with heels and stuff. So yeah, Dwight got one from the bubble with the Lakers, 2020. Rest in peace, Kobe. He crazy for picking her though. I hear you. He's Superman. You're right. See, so is she really crazy though? Because I feel like you got to think about it like this, Lamesha. If it's dang whoever outed him for having the lady boy dates, right? And then Taya Cooper left just randomly, like they got married and then all of a sudden they wasn't together again. I don't know what happened there. Don't nobody know what happened there. And then the next one is this woman who she tried to divorce him right after getting married to him, and then they end up back together in public, and then she does this on Instagram. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Nate feel me. I'm saying it's just like if it's multiple women that seem crazy or doing or moving in a crazy way, the woman might not just be the crazy ones in the situation. Hold on. I got to go to the soundboard for that one. If it seemed like all the women is the crazy ones in the situation, it's like she crazy. So you mean to tell me you chose 4 crazy women in a row? They might not be the crazy ones. Yeah. I don't know, bro. But that's just me. I don't know, man. I think she really just defended herself because it's like, I mean, but I don't know why she brought the crack with her to the car to record the video. Maybe just to show people, like, people ain't gonna believe me if I say he on crack. Like, people ain't gonna believe me. But if I showed them the crack, Dwight was having a good week too, bro. Dwight had Jeremy Lin on his podcast. Everybody was talking about the podcast clips and what Jeremy Lin said, and he went viral and stuff like that. But my boy, man, this just derailed all that motion. If it walks like a duck, that's all I'm saying. It's like if this was a one-time thing with Dwight, I'd be like, oh yeah, she tripping. But it's like this is the 4th woman in a row. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. However, I know Dwight don't like people talking about his personal life, so you know what I mean. But this is mad viral and everything. It was already out, Dwight. But yeah, Dwight, if you watch this, if you come across this, just know, like, I'm still the same little kid, you know, running around Atlanta, going to the camps every summer, every July. You know, I still respect you as a professional, and I know you've done a lot of good things. I've covered a lot of the good things you did. Because I don't want you to see this and be like, the media only talk about the bad. That's not the truth, Dwight. I've covered a lot of the good stuff that you've done throughout the years. And I did a whole thing to you honoring your career when you got inducted into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame a couple months ago. Like, I saluted your career. I said, you, bro, people be trying to forget and play you. You one of them ones, Dwight. And you one of the GOATs when it comes to Atlanta basketball. All that being said, you tripping. You tripping. According to this, you tripping, bro. Because all these women is not lying on you. Like, it ain't 4 women in a row that just lied on you, dog. Like, one woman, yeah, she crazy. She lying. She tripping. It's 4 women in a row. I can admit right now I feel shame. I cringe when I see couples take their issues to the internet, but I was humbled with understanding because now look what I have to do to protect myself. My husband put me in a position that resulted in CPS being called to our house 3 times in less than 2 months. But 3 days ago, they were called again and they left with our daughter. I personally had to call the police on him 3 times barely in 14 months of marriage. Goodness gracious. Everyone around me told me that you made a commitment through sickness and health, and that played with my mind after I filed for divorce at 6 months. I came back because honestly, I tried to listen to what married people around me who said it was too soon to walk away. But now, look at what I've gotten myself into. My stepson is only 12 years old. When CPS and the police came to our daughter, come to take our daughter, my husband needed an alibi to collaborate a lie. I told him I want no parts. In return, he coached my stepson to lie. I recorded me taking my stepson, talking to my stepson. You can hear him replying with, I know, Daddy, you made me lie on the police. You hear him replying, feeling guilty for following Daddy's rule. You'll hear me tell my stepson, I still love you, and he replies, I love you too. My stepchildren love me. I could say so much about the pain I personally endured, but it's about these children. I am deeply heartbroken right now, and I have to advocate for minors' voices, and in return lose a marriage that I'm so happy to be in. Dang, when he get on, he leave y'all for a white girl. Get down, girl. Go ahead, get down. You know the craziest part, like I said, Dwight Howard's camp was not a basketball camp. Jordan was Jordan Dunlap in the building, man. Seeing this after watching Mace talk about Dwight is crazy timing. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, she was obviously sniffing out the bag. Her nose was so stuffed up she could barely talk. Yeah, she said she like kind of snorted it in that little confessional thing, which was weird. Like she went like this. She said, I said, dang, did you just snort coke on Instagram? What the boy said, he said, you losing weight. What the heck, you on heroin? Shout out my boy, what's his name? That's my boy too. He was locked up for a little bit from Atlanta. That was a fake. A real crackhead would have smoked that already. You're losing weight. What the heck? You're taking heroin? I gotta see that. You're losing weight. Wait, what you're taking? You're taking heroin. Because now I'm like, hey, that is gonna live in my head rent free now. Where's Anti-Diminish? Anti-Diminish is his name. That's my boy, Anti-Diminish, recording it. I'll pay for the.
Dirty bitch, like, come on. Oh, my mama, they whole losing weight. Let me show y'all. Ever since you left, bitch, you been losing weight. What the hell? You're taking heroin? One time.
All right. But yeah, with this, man, you can see the coke in her snort when it was leaking out of her nose. Dang. I mean, but all I'm saying is they all can be crazy. They all cannot be crazy. Like, if she crazy, you mean to tell me your ex crazy and the ex before that was like, after two crazies, a sane person would be like, okay, it's time for me to, let me go look for a woman at the church. Let me go look for a woman on Christian Mingle or something like that. Because, you know, Dwight can't go to you know, the coffee shop or the bookstore and find a woman, you know what I mean? Like, he gonna have to, you know what I mean? Mace might have to go on a whole new rant on Cameron's podcast about Dwight after this. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, I've seen the good in Dwight, just like his wife said. I've seen the good in Dwight. So, but buddy tripping. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. You don't want to be in the news for stuff like this, dog. Definitely don't. All right, let's move on to the next thing. I got a gazillion things to talk about. But yeah, that was just the thing that everybody was talking about tonight. The WNBPA sent a counter proposal to the WNBA last night, according to sources. So we'll see. The deadline is March the 11th. It's currently March 7th, March 8th, if you're on the East Coast. So with that being said, bro, I don't know, man. We're gonna see. It seems like they're turning up the heat. They're trying to get a deal done by the March 11th deadline. So they're posting this. This thing. A statement from the WNBPA. In every CBA negotiation, the goal of the league is to divide the players. These negotiations are no different. We remain united and focused on delivering transformational CBA for all the members of this union and are committed to negotiating for as long as it takes. Ooh, as the union's nearly unanimous to vote in December to authorize us to call a strike And when necessary, it was not taken lightly. It was made with a complete faith and trust in ourselves and our negotiating committee, led by Executive Director Terry Carmichael Jackson and President Nneka Nwumike, to represent all players as we work on to build a W that truly puts players first. Nothing has changed. That decision and the results our players and the recent player survey reaffirmed that the current league proposal is not worth taking. Despite our differences and tough moments, we must remain crystal clear that we are focused, we are resolute, and we are together. We want to play basketball in 2026. We want to be in front of our fans playing the game that we love. We will not stop fighting. There is no WNBA without the players. Signed by Nneka Nwumike, Kelsey Plum, E. Will, Elizabeth Williams, Breezy Turner, Bree Turner, AC, A. Clark, Nafisa Collier Fee, and then Stewie. So yeah. We're gonna see if they get a deal done, man. We're gonna see if they get a deal done. But all of them, they posting this. Dejanay Carrington, Angel Reese, Courtney Williams, KB, Asia Wilson, Nneka Nwumike, Olivia Nelson Ladota, salute Georgia Girl, Grace Barger, and Cameron Taylor. They all posting it. They all trying to, you know what I'm saying, get something done. So we'll see. I love to see some basketball. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You got to see what it happens. This is the same thing. It's the same thing that we just saw right there. Okay, next thing. Sophie Cunningham is speaking on it. Let's see what's
a lot to get into. On the last CBA, the league actually came back to us last night at like 10 p.m. Nothing happened with the revenue share. And that is the whole thing what we're fighting for. They go and they change our salary cap, but only like half a percentage. Like they give us like 50 to 100,000 more dollars, which is like
for individual players. That's for teams.
So like, oh, well, you're getting more money there. But it's like, no,
salary cap doesn't necessarily mean it will even affect you directly.
No, someone else could get
right. That fully has nothing to do with you as like a player.
No, and it makes literally no sense. And so they keep coming back and changing literally like half percentages.
Yeah.
Of things we're not even asking.
You think it's like a smoke screen to be like, hey, we're giving you this. Meanwhile, we're like not actually changing stuff that matters.
Yeah, I think like they won't even talk about revenue share, but that is our whole fight is revenue share. Yeah. If you're the league and I'm the player and you buy my jersey in the NBA, you're paying $100, the league gets $50, I get $50. Okay. Right now in the W, it's like the league gets $97, $98 and I get $2.
So when I bought your fucking jersey that I went to Kathy?
And that's what I'm saying. They want 10 plus more games outside of playoffs and like, then you got to pour into your product even more. But I'm telling you, they are trying to throw money at anything and everything and change half percentages, saying they moved and saying that they're listening to us. Yet our biggest thing that they haven't even touched on is revenue share whatsoever. And it's like revenue share is like the main thing that we need you to touch on and you're not doing it.
She said it right there. Shout out Sophie Cunningham. She said it right there. They're literally just looking for, you know what I mean? At least they're asking for 25%, which is half of what the NBA gets. I think it's a bit low on the negotiating totem pole, but the fact that the NBA is just acting like Adam Silver is just like, wait it out. They'll fold eventually. It's crazy. And it looks like they're trying to, boy, WNBA, stand tall, stand back, proud gals. Don't fold. Do not fold when that March 11th comes. Because this decision right here affects the next 25 years of this league and players on how much money they're making. What you do right now, do not fold. Stand back, stand tall, proud gals. This unrivaled season, Lisa Leslie has served as a mentor for several players: Cameron Brink, Dominique Malonga, Ezzy Magabor, Kiki Iriafen, and Mo Billings. She loved it, and she says she's like a proud auntie. I'm not going to read it because we have a bunch of other stuff to go, but shouts out to Auntie Lisa Leslie, man, one of the legends. This was something interesting the other day. This is Kaya Wynn, a reserve guard on Tennessee, and she didn't play on senior day. So since she didn't play on senior day, she just quit the team. You got the SEC tournament. You got the NCAA tournament. She quit the team because she didn't play on senior day. So Isaiah Thomas said the coach tripping, like, come on, man. And she said the reserve guard, she said it felt a slight. She said it was her breaking point. Obviously, my last 2 seasons on the team have been less than ideal for many reasons. But the one night I was looking forward to most was senior night. Let me see the actual thing here. A shout out to Michael M.A., you know what I'm saying, legend in the game. If you know, Hall of Famer. Kaya Wynn, a reserve guard for the Tennessee women's basketball team, said Tuesday that she was leaving the program, calling that she felt left as a slight on senior night was over a weekend was the boiling point. The Lady Vols lost a regular season finale on Sunday to number 5 Vanderbilt, 87-77 at Thompson-Boylan Arena. When did that? Oh, she didn't play at all? Bro, not getting in senior night kind of crazy, bro. She stepped in for just 9 games this season after missing all of last season because of an Achilles tendon injury. The Tennessee native has spent 5 years with the program. This decision was not made lightly or instantly, she wrote on social media. For the past 5 years, I've given my all to Tennessee and have not regretted doing so once. Obviously, my last 2 seasons on the team, have been less than ideal for many reasons, but the one night I was looking forward to most was senior night. As someone who has never started a career game, I was hoping to start in my last appearance in Thompson Boiling. That obviously did not happen, and to be asked to check in the game with 15 seconds left while losing was not how I wanted to spend my final moments in my arena after 5 years. Dang. Although that was not the sole reason, it was a breaking point for me. I have the utmost love and respect for my teammates in this program and wish everyone nothing but the best. We'll miss her, Caldwell told reporters on Wednesday. She was loved in the program, and we respect our decision, but we have to kind of turn the page and focus on the SEC tournament. Y'all didn't even win. Y'all already lost. Y'all didn't even make it to Saturday. What are we talking? We got to focus on the SEC tournament. Y'all didn't even play on Saturday. Yeah. Senior center Jersey Wolfenbarger, who appeared in 18 games this week, also did not play in Sunday's game. She transferred to Tennessee after 2 years at Arkansas and one at LSU. Tennessee's other seniors, Janiah Barker, Nia Robertson, and Z Spearman, have started multiple games this season, including Sunday. The Lady Vols are the number 16 in the SEC tournament in Greenville, South Carolina. On Thursday's round, they face Alabama and the Missouri winner. Tennessee has struggled since late January when it was upset at home by Mississippi State. It's since lost 9 of its past 11 games, including a past 6. That stretch included a 30-point loss to UConn, and a program worse, 43-point loss at South Carolina, After losing to the Gamecocks, Caldwell said, "We had a lot of quit in us tonight. We're not comfortable, and things did not go our way. I have a team that will quit on you, and you can't just do that in big games." Way to throw your players under the bus. What a great coach this Kim Caldwell is. Doesn't play her seniors on senior night. Calls the team quitters when they lose by 43 points. How about you coach better? How about when you get down 20 points, you make a thing we call adjustments? How about that? So the league doesn't go from 20 to 40. How about we try that, Kim Caldwell? How about we don't just dismiss players who spent 5 years with the program who decided to quit because they were so frustrated with how you treated them? Now, how about that? Here's Tess Darby. She put this out. "I usually don't comment on things like this, but with my name being mentioned, I want to clear the air. I was a 5th year and had 2 senior days and didn't start on either one, but had 2 different, completely different coaching staffs. In Coach Kim's system, starting is earned based off the previous game performance. Numbers don't lie. I didn't earn the right to start that game, and that's on me. Accountability isn't disrespect, and standards aren't mistreatment. I've always had and still have a great relationship with Coach Kim and the previous staff. Love and respect to them, and I'm thankful for the opportunities they gave me. If my team lost 6 games in a row, what are we talking about? We focus on the SEC tournament. We're going to play the best players. Play your seniors. It's senior day. You at the Rocky Top, USA. I know people say that's not the song. I'm going to sing it that way anyway. Let these kids play. Y'all lost 6 games in a row. Y'all wasn't about to win the SEC tournament over over Texas, over South Carolina, over LSU. So why was you being such a snob about it? It just, I don't know. Feels kind of weird to me. She said, "My post was not directed towards Kaya Wynn. This was simply me responding to the comments that were made about my appearance that were far from the truth." And, I ain't saying he did. I'm just saying the truth. Shout out Gucci Man. Next, Carolyn Peck. This is what Carolyn Peck said about it. "The ideal teammate." She said, quote unquote, "Accountability is a lost art. Kudos to Tess Darby. Team first." I ain't gonna lie. I don't like when old heads be saying stuff like this. Because it's just like, bruh, who are you to say the kids can't feel a way about them being mistreated, them being mispromised, false promises and stuff like that? Kids have a way to feel any way they want to feel, bruh. Kids have a way to feel any way they want to feel. How can I earn my playing time if I never got playing time to even earn it in the first place? So this is just going off. So I just got to ball out every practice and be better than everybody in every practice to get it on court on senior day. Are you serious? You cheese me, fam. You cheese me, fam. Tess, let's see. Tess Darby. On our first senior night, she had 25 minutes. On our second senior night, she had 13 minutes. Both completely different experiences from playing 0 minutes Looking at the box score, she was awful for the whole month leading up to those senior nights. It's kind of nasty to invalidate a former teammate's feelings like this. Facts. Shouts out to bro. He nailed it on the coffin, man. You throwing a teammate under the bus. Oh, well, playing is earned. How can I earn the playing time if I never played in the first place? Don't gaslight me and thinking I'm stupid. She said, that's exactly what she said. Oh, well, shouts out to Ty. Shout out to my boy Ty. He a Tennessee fan, so he was gonna say whatever to defend them. He a Tennessee fan, but yeah. Sanaya Rivers, my heart be still. Here we go.
I know your mama smiling at me. Oh, that's what y'all. Why was I crying earlier? Because I was over there waiting for a text from my mom and it never come. For 22 years, I always got a birthday text. Well, I guess I ain't have a phone when I was like 1 through 7. But y'all know what I'm saying. I always gotta have a birthday. But y'all know she's proud of me, and I appreciate y'all being here to help fill in that space a little bit. I know y'all can never amount to that, but I appreciate y'all's effort in trying to fill those gaps and fill those shoes. I appreciate that. I know your mama's smiling
tough, bro. That's tough, man. If you got your family, you know what I mean? If you got your family, your parents specifically, make sure you hold them tight and appreciate them jokers, man. Appreciate them, man. Appreciate the times where your siblings like annoy you and stuff. Like, just appreciate your people, man. For sure. Howard's women's basketball can't take a knee during the national anthem. But they got them swag surfing on a shout out HBCU game day. So they say now they just stay in the locker room. How are HBCU gonna stop some kids from doing some blacks? Like, that's some black stuff to take a knee to protest the national anthem because they ain't looking out for black life. And now it's like HBCUs getting in all these rules. It's not all these. It's hyperbole for the sake of the thing. But you know what I mean? According to Hilltop, the Howard University student newspaper. That's crazy, bro. Women's Basketball Associate head coach Brian Davis confirmed the change to Beverly Robertson. He said he approached the thing differently as communicated as a department-wide expectation for quote-unquote thoughtful internal conversations among the athletics leadership, coaches, and student athletes. Yeah, I think that's kind of crazy, bro. That's crazy. We had 37 minutes. All right. I think I'm gonna. Should I do Coach Pimp? I might do Coach Pimp. I don't even know if you can say Pimp. Dan, come on, man. If you're around, I'm inviting you on. I'm inviting Dan on because I'm about to fall asleep, dog. Dan, if you're in the building, come hop on in and say what's up. Say what's up. If you're not in the building, then we shutting it down. We shutting it down early today. I went out later than I used to, and I was like, hey, this is the time I used to go. This is when the live was booming, when I go in the middle of the night. That's why so many people in here tonight. I appreciate all of y'all. Like, chat was moving, everything like that. I think Dan is away. I'm going to read the Pimp story. I'll read the, you know what I mean? I'll read that story, and then we'll end it with that. Oh, Dan is here. Have no fear. Dan is here. Dan, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bro, man. I was falling asleep. I was dozing off. Once again, Benadryl. It's that them spring allergies, boy. Them spring allergies. I'm taking that Benadryl.
Bro.
That jump putting me to sleep.
Dang, bro. You gotta bro, you always getting tired up in this thing. What are we talking about here?
Man. So I wanted to go with the coach story. That was the coach. He was, dealing with some human tradings and stuff of that. I don't know if I want to do it though. Should we do it?
Well, it's up to you because there's a lot of news around the NFL that I got to get to. But but I mean, it's up to you because
we'll do the coach story. We'll do the coach story because I feel like you're gonna keep me up. You're gonna keep me up. So we'll do the coach story and then we'll go to the NFL. We'll do that.
No problem. How about that?
All right. Cool. All right. So here's the coach story. They went crazy. Of course, I read it initially in September when it first came out, but more details came in. And you see it's got nearly 13 million views. So with that being said, let me click on this thing. California schools said they hired a coach, but the police said he moonlighted as a human trafficker, man.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is written by let me see if I can get her name right. Hold on. I'm gonna try to look it up. Shweta Shuradran.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
A for effort, Rashad. A for effort.
You know what I mean? Come on now. Shout out James.
Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. A little different episode. I got contacted by Shui, a journalism student at
Shui. There it is. Shout out Shui, the men's basketball program at California State University, Bakersfield, won't turn any heads in its last place ranking in the Big West Conference. But when it comes to a scandal, the team could be a top contender. Cal State Bakerfield's athletic department has been in upheaval since August 29th, when the then men's basketball coach Rob Barnes opened an unanimous email from a tipster who alleged that Barnes' temporary assistant coach Kevin Mays was also working as a human trafficker across 4 states. He had a big operation going, 4 states. Other lawsuits, internal investigations, dismissal, and finger pointing have only served to deepen the department's sense of a crisis. In the email, the tipster identified a woman who Mays allegedly had trafficked it for several months, quote unquote, fix it or the entire staff will fail. The tipster wrote in all caps, adding that the email was, quote unquote, the first and final warning. Dang. Barnes forwarded the anonymous email to the university's human resources office, which sent it to the university police, triggering an investigation that led to criminal charges against Mays. Mays, who is being held without bail, faces a hefty rap sheet of 11 criminal and misdemeanor charges, including felonies such as human trafficking. He was also charged with possession of automatic weapons and high-capacity magazines and possession of methamphetamine and marijuana with intent to sell. Dang. He said we got weapons, we got drugs. Goodness. Separate charges cited him for possession of more than 600 images of kids in inappropriate ways in the distribution of said content. 600. Man,
brutal.
You were discussing excuse for a human being, sir. 600 images of some kids, bro. And you was selling it, and man, and you was trafficking women across 4 different states. You know what's crazy? Luke Cornett need to speak out on this.
Wow. Yeah, he probably should. I mean,
if Luke Cornett is the women's rights man, where is he here? I know he said the NBA and this concerning the NBA, and I want to represent the brotherhood and everything and protecting women. Think about it. What you said was not wrong about Magic City. Wasn't wrong about the club. I hear you, Luke. But if we about the woman and protecting women and women's image and everything, why didn't he speak out about this man who is literally taking advantage of women in the worst possible way? Women and children. Oh, he should burn in a burning. Women and children? They teach you in the military, leave women and children alone. You targeted women and children. You need to go to the depths. Man, come on, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What you got to say about that, Dan? Like just in the middle before I continue.
Wow. Trafficking is bad, dude. I'm sorry, but it's bad. The world that we live in is just crazy. It's like I said before, Rashad, there are demons among us. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
Boy, you said a word. 600 images of children?
Crazy.
Depicted in inappropriate lights? More than 600. What is wrong with you? You sick.
I know it.
He pleaded not guilty on all charges. His attorney, David Torres, declined to comment to ESPN. Sally Selby, the public affairs and communications manager for the Bakersfield Police Department, told ESPN that investigators are still conducting follow-up interviews, quote unquote, to determine if there are any other victims or applicable charges in Mays' case. As this case reverberated at Cal State Bakersfield, the school announced in September that Barnes and athletic director Kyle Condor had left their roles. Barnes ended a 14-year career as a head coach that included taking the team to the NCAA tournament and the NIT tournament. The school did not explain the reasoning behind the departures. Neither Condor nor Barnes agreed to ESPN for a request for interview. Acting athletic director Sarah Tohey and the university president Vernon Harper said in September school-wide email that they were conducting national searches to replace Barnes and Condor. Jennifer Self, Cal State Bakersfield Senior Director of Strategic Communications, told ESPN in an email that the charges against Mays were quote-unquote deeply concerning. She said that they were, even though the allegations did not represent the student, the school consulted in the human trafficking expert and offered awareness and educational training on campus. Quote-unquote, we also viewed this moment as an opportunity to take a broader look at our athletic program, Self said, adding that the university has launched a commission to a more comprehensive assessment of the athletic program and recommend, quote-unquote, structural and administrative changes to better align the program with the university's, quote-unquote, missions and values. At the campus basketball arena in Bakersfield, set in an industrial flatlands in California's Central Valley, Barnes sat in the bleachers behind the Roadrunners bench, watching his former team December's loss to North Dakota State. He declined to comment when approached by ESPN after the game. Oh, they've been on him the whole time. The anonymous message outlining May's alleged human trafficking took Barnes by shock, according to the police account of the interview with him. Mays took the job as a temporary assistant coach in June at the salary of just over $3,000 per month, according to school records obtained by ESPN. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Mays played with the team from 2014 to 2016. Here's a picture of him with Barnes. So you went behind your coach and did that, bro? Someone said the anonymous email, most important message to you, 911, 911. All caps, he's trafficking a girl by the name of, the email read, according to police reports. He's been trafficking this girl since May. Dang. Adding listing Vegas, Oregon, Washington, and California as his alleged operating area. Oh, he was running the whole coast. Coast. The alleged victim was 23. Let me see this. Police in Bakersfield also identified an advertisement posting an alleged victim in Sacramento, California. That post noted that the woman worked independently and that she was open to being anything from arm candy for a party to no strings attached girlfriend. I can morph into the exact woman that you need me to be, that I read. I do it all. If you're ready for the time of your life, I can't make some memories with you. Dang, my boy got outed. They done found the back pages. They done found the escrow.com. Dang, twin. Here it goes. We're going to go to the end. We always joke at Bakersfield that we only make the news for bad things because that stuff just shines bright. A student, Steph Tolson, said a scandal like this wasn't what he expected when he first transferred from a local junior college. He said, it's either 0 or 100. That's funny. Mays remains in jail, awaiting trial. The preliminary hearing for the case, originally set for October 30th, is now scheduled for March 13th. So, dang, this week. A spokesperson for Kern County District's office, which is prosecuting the case, declined to comment to ESPN to protect the integrity of the impending case.
Wow.
So, my boy's in trouble. They exposed him.
As we always say in Texas, you're in big doo-doo.
Yeah. Is it like the cliche? Was done in the dark,
stays in the dark,
comes to light every single time. You gonna do all that dark stuff? Oh, I'm living a double life. I'm a coach that by day, and I'm a human trafficker at night. Yeah, buddy. See how long that lasts. We in the age of the internet. I can find anything from just 2 types on my phone. 2 minutes. That's it. Boy, you tripping, boy. You tripping.
Yep.
You tripping. Dwight, you tripping, bro. It just is what it is. One more. This is a video. Dylan Brooks. This is Dylan Brooks arrest footage. I had to reshare for the audio.
You gotta reshare.
Failed to maintain your lane to 6 different times, yeah? Right. And then it's, to be honest with you, it smells like a dispensary in your car. So when was the last time you smoked marijuana? 6 months. So no marijuana in 6 months. Do you have marijuana in the car? Is that why it smells that way? All right. You're going to be placed under arrest tonight for the suspicion of driving under the influence. What's wrong with your hand?
I had surgery on it.
Where? Where on your hand? Because I'm about to handcuff your wrist.
My knuckle.
All
Do
right.
I need to be handcuffed?
Yeah, you're under arrest.
10-9. What did I blow?
You blew zeros, which I anticipated.
I'm literally in a car with you, watching you drive, and you're doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, which everybody does, because everybody's either doing something in their car.
Fail to maintain your lane to 6.
He doesn't look inebriated. He don't look high. He don't look.
I'll say this about Dylan Brooks, and we can get to it and everything. So Dylan Brooks is he's a good basketball player and everything, but man, if you just look at his demeanor, you look at his body language, it doesn't feel like it's right. Like he looks like he's a troubled person, but at the same time, he doesn't look like that he's focused and whatnot. Because, he likes to pick fights in the NBA. Remember, he went, I don't know if you remember this, Rashad, but I think he picked a fight with LeBron or something, right?
No, him and LeBron been going back and forth for years.
Right, back and forth with each other, yeah. But then he also went at it with Luka. He went at it with some other stars in the NBA. Yeah.
He's definitely a villain role on the court. But I mean, off the court right here, he didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion.
Right. But right. But again, like I said before, we don't know what he's going through personally because we can't make assumptions and whatnot. Yeah. So, if he gets through this, he gets through it. But like I said, people are just going through some hard times and everything. So,
yeah. I hope he gets his justice because he didn't do anything wrong. Excuse me. And if anything, the mugshot went viral, so this is on his name for the rest of his career. It's just whack, bro. And then it was he had DUI on his record too, so it's just super whack. That was it. So yes, man, NFL, let's get to it.
Well, I'm sure you heard the news about the big Max Crosby news that he got traded to your guy, Lamar's Ravens.
Yes, sir. The Ravens, they get everybody they get everybody with a name.
Yeah,
they don't build no team. Wait, hold on. I got something I want to talk because I saw probably the tweet of the century today. I saw the tweet of the century, and I want to see your reaction to it.
What's that?
Are you ready, Dan?
I'm ready. Right. Let me see.
Here we go. The tweet of the century today.
Oh my gosh! I knew you were going to bring this up. I
gotta like it. So for
I know
those
you
of
were
you
going to bring
who are
this up.
listening,
I know you were going to.
Wait, hold on, Dan. I gotta say it for the people who not seeing, who might just be listening. All right, so Dak Prescott broke up with his fiance a month before the wedding. A Philadelphia Eagles fan quote tweeted and said he got too close to a ring for his comfort.
The Eagle fans are just so naive these days. I'm sorry.
Any words on this, Darren?
The only thing I could say is that I ain't going to get into Dak's business and all, but man, it's just these football players, man, they just get paid so much money. And, like I said, this is something that Dak has to get through because I hope that this doesn't mess him up mentally. That's what I hope that it doesn't because he's a good player. And he's going into his prime years now. If he's not in his prime already, because if you look at the last few seasons for him, he's been really good. He just hasn't been able to get over the hump.
And he's already had so many, private things, some family things, when you think about his brother and,
and his mom.
So he's already done it. But yeah, that's always tough when something like that happens. Going back to Crosby though, the Ravens literally just get anybody who once had a name in the NFL. We'll see how this shapes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just see how it shapes up. They probably need some more outside skill position guys for sure. I think so.
Yeah. The only thing I will say is that on the Crosby situation is, the Raiders were very stiff on their price because they wanted 2 first-round picks for Crosby. And Dallas was a close second because there was rumors that the Cowboys gave up they were offering a first-round pick, a future second in this deal. And the Raiders said, no, thank you. And that's when Baltimore came in and said, we'll give you the 2 first-round picks. And then Baltimore just jumped in and got it. But I'm just going to say this, I'm going to say it again. Draft picks are a premium, and you've got to be able to keep your future. Because if you don't keep your future, you're going to be torn for the next several years. Crosby's a good player and everything, but man, he's getting up there in age. He's like 28, 29, going into his, when he's going to turn, and he's going to be in his 30s. And when you're in your 30s as a premier pass rusher, you start to wear down. And for me, I like Crosby, but for 2 firsts, no thank you. I'm glad that Dallas decided not to do this because there's now reported rumors that the Cowboys are interested in Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, who's a free agent. And I want him. And I want him and I want Odefe Owe from the Chargers. If we can get those 2 guys as our edge rushers, our front 5, it will be looking stellar, I think.
And that's what it's all about, like you say, that depth and everything like that on defense. What was I about to say about this situation? Yeah, they just get anybody with a name, bro. And then the 2 first rounds, like you said, like if you have a bad season and your salary cap situation's messed up because you took on guys like this, then it's just like, why, bro? Like, why? It's
yeah. The other thing I will say on this too is that I know that Cowboy fans are a little bit upset that we didn't make the move to get Crosby, but I'm not, because I don't want to be torn for the next several years. Because remember, Dak doesn't have that long, like I said before, and we're trying to build this defense in the right way because Christian Parker has to be able to make this defense young. And I'm not saying that Crosby's a bad player or nothing like that. I just believe that we need to get younger, and I think we need to get stronger and faster and physical. That's what I think what needs to happen this offseason. And the legal tampering period starts on March 9th. So that's when you get to talk to everybody. But the real deal starts on the 11th of March, that's when free agency starts. And, if I have news and everything, I'm going to break it down like I always do when it comes to this show.
No, and that's so much appreciated. Like, Will, I was about to call him Will Smith, God rest his soul. The Will Smith that used to play for the Saints. Cam Jordan is testing free agency for the first time. Sounded like Mario is testing free agency for the first time. And Alontae Taylor is going to be on the market. I know you guys have been asking for secondary help. Is Alontae Taylor a guy that you would be looking at, interested in?
Absolutely. I like Alontae Taylor. I like the way that he brings to the table. Man, he plays in the slot very well because if you have him playing in the slot and you got Deron Bland on the outside and then you got Rebel on the other side, your cornerback room is going to be lethal. And we do need safety help as well because you got the draft coming up in the next month as well. So that's what I got to say about that in that aspect. But there are other needs that the Cowboys need to address as well, if you really look at it.
Yeah, and I mean, you forgot to mention someone when you were going through the secondary, man.
Oh yeah, I know who. It's am I forgetting? Is Malik Hooker? Oh my god. Oh no, is it Caleb Downs?
No.
Oh man, am I getting close or am I getting cold?
Yeah. Well, you should know. You should know my dog. Who my dog is?
Oh, Triquez Bridges, dude.
Oh,
no, man. Listen. I told you, it's not happening. He's not coming back to the Cowboys.
Triquez Bridges. shout out my boy Quez, man, for sure. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Anything else then? Yes.
I will say this too. If you look at free agency and whatnot, I think there's going to be a lot of movement in that regard for everybody because this draft is going to be very weak. And I do expect a lot of teams to make a lot of movement. I do expect the Cowboys to be aggressive because I need to see it. Because you know how the old saying goes, Rashad, Talk is cheap.
I was about to say you're only as good as your last game.
Yeah, and talk is cheap too. Talk is cheap. You got to show me the money. You got to show me the money.
Show me the money.
You know this song, money, 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 money. That one.
Was that the song of the day?
Well, I want it to be the song of the day, but I don't know the full song. I wish I knew the full song, but I do not.
All right, Dan. Like just checking in on you, stuff like that. What's the update with the family, man?
Mom is having her second surgery on Thursday. Just a little cleanup on her left side. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm going to be very busy on that day because I don't need to be worried about her. I've got my volunteer job that I'm going to be doing that keeps me busy, keeps me active and whatnot, because, I gotta stay with what I do to love, man. I just, she doesn't want me to be sad. She wants me to be happy. And I pray that she just gets through this. And, she's part of my life, man. She's just everything.
Definitely all love our moms, man. And, I'm happy you were able to get some time off. Or no. The quite opposite. Book up some time to keep yourself busy and keep your mind busy. Because the idle mind is a very, very dangerous thing. The idle mind is a very dangerous thing. And sin and alienation also go hand in hand. So, that's definitely a great idea. You're thinking on your feet there. And I hope you have a good shift. And you just have a good week, man. The week goes by smoothly for you, bro.
I appreciate that, Rashad. And I'm going to be coming back probably next weekend, too, for the next one. Because, I'm going to be busy throughout the week with free agency and whatnot. So, you know how that is.
Yeah, no. And we're getting close to Hawks and Mavericks, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. March 18th. I can't wait for that. Can't wait for it.
Yes, sir.
Because my Mavericks are tanking right now. So,
Yeah. So the Hawks might win by 100.
No. I want y'all to beat us by 30 points. I'm sorry. Just beat us by 30.
Just 30. Just 30. I respect that. We'll see what they do. But man, Dan, as always, bro, it's a pleasure. As you see, I was fighting off sleep. You got me to do 30 more minutes, so y'all give it up for Dan, man. They got 30 more minutes in the stream.
Man, I got to keep you upright, man. You know that I do.
My eyes were closed and everything, bro. That Benadryl, no joke. But hey, everybody, I appreciate y'all. We'll be back live tomorrow or whenever, something like that. But 367 days, original content uploaded to this page and or streaming. You got Dan the Man here. He pops up on a lot of the streams, Rashad and Dan show. And then, you have Birds and Buckets, obviously. You have 1 a.m., obviously. So make sure you support and follow the campaign, man. We on our way for sure. Dan, anything else?
Well, I just got to say, keep up the prayers, everybody in the chat and whatnot. Keep it up, and just, the world that we live in today, I know it's a scary place, but at the same time, we're going to get through this together. Like Rashad and me always said, we care for you. We care for you.
Yes, sir. And speaking of, let's do it then. Everybody, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, following along. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day. Nobody else told you today, I care for you. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is Dan the Man. As always, we are live or upload original content to this page each and every single day like we've had for the past 367 days. That's longer than a year. Dang. Till next time, man. Y'all, please take care of y'all selves.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother. What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.